Alright, welcome back everyone to another Grand Cross video. Now, what we're going to do today is actually going over the extreme difficult boss on, what's his name, Akumu. It's super weird name. So boom, we got 2.3k, which I know is not the highest. If you have Lost Fame 6.6 with, like Elizabeth, you can get 4k pretty easy at 3.7. I did do it on my JP account, which you can go ahead and watch. But this is the team we're using. I did say it in my video a couple of days ago when I made the full guide, which actually got quite a bit of views now, so I want to make sure people see this video. If they can't do it with Lost Fame, because I did say it's possible to do it with Pen Team in the comments, and boom, this is the team. Let me just start by saying this. Even though we're using a sort of an okay team to use, it's still very good difficult. You still have to have, you know, UR gear with pierce rolls. You still have to have pretty good gear. Just, you gotta have some good stuff, right? He's 6'6 as well, which is kind of important because you want to kill the left shield guy, which this kills if he crits at 6'6. If he doesn't crit, it does enough damage to where you can kill it next turn. So I'd say if it's 4 to 5'6, you can probably rely on actually kill it with a crit. Harmless, I would recommend having him 6'6 as well because you want to lower the defense. I'm not sure if he increases it. I'm sure he increases it the more you level him up. So I mean, he's an SR, so he's kind of fine. Lilia, to be fair, you kind of want to have her low CC or low ultimate level because I used this a few times to actually get the main guy down, but not the left and right shield because it does less damage towards them. And in Rugo's, well, we just got attack on him. If I really want to, probably a little bit better if I had full pierce, but he's not the greatest. But you know what? Considering you want to have as much HP and health as possible, him reviving himself is actually kind of good. Well, not reviving, but healing himself back up. And let me just go over the difficulty for the boss. The annoying thing about this boss is, well, this skill over here on both phases. Just bear in mind that when you kill him, or when you kill the left and right shield, he does go invincible for 2 turns. Actually, it's not the right one. It's this one over here. So you want to make sure when you're killing the left and right guy, you kill the boss at the same time, which is very easy, but also I'd say very hard to keep them from not dying because you got to play around with your numbers. I was lucky enough to where I actually recorded my previous games, so I know the outcome and value of my damage from my Demon Melee and Rugal, so I was kind of able to see if I was going to kill or not. And as well, this one here. So if you kill the left or right guy, bear in mind you can only really do this once because he does go invincible after the second one. He does decrease his defense-related stats, so you get be able to crit more often, which is good. But he also increases attack-related stats, which is kind of annoying because in return, you're doing more damage, but he's doing more damage to you, which he does do a lot of damage, and I think the main problem was keeping Harmless alive because he's an SR who just had bad stats, and he does die pretty quick. Now, I should say the ideal situation is to actually, on the second phase, this phase here, where he does a lot of damage, you want to kill this shield in 1 turn with Demon Melee's ult, and you want to kind of good RNG to get this skill, because this skill does actually attack or discard. The only 2 people to attack is actually these 2 here. This guy does attack with like after 4 turns. It's not a big deal. But there's a chance that this skill, or this character I should say, does get 4 cards, which is what you want. Because when you kill him, that means you have a free turn to do as much damage as possible. Because in my run, he has 2 skills and this guy 2 skills. So when I did kill him, this guy started doing all attacks. And once again, if you do kill this guy and he increases this guy's damage, he's going to wipe out your whole team. Bad RNG. This skill or this card or character has no skills and this guy has all the skills. At that point, you don't want to kill this guy because if you kill him, then this guy's going to do way more damage. Hopefully that makes sense. If you play it a few times, you know what I mean. If you read all the passives, just kind of something to point out. And as well, for the hard next normal, I did do a guide with on my JP account with the recommended team, which is with Matrona and also Diane. Bear in mind, not Matrona Diane, it's another character. And as well here, boom, 2.2k. We don't have Super Wake and stuff yet, so we don't actually have to hit 6k, which that'll be a problem on its own. But you are able to get 2k just by defeating Extreme. If you use this team and Harmless dies, which I've done a few times, you get at 1.7k, so it's still enough to get a majority of rewards. And yeah, let me actually jump cut now towards the run, because it does take a little bit of a while, and I'm going to explain my run and my idea of going through it. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy it, and as well, like the video, because I want to get this video out there as possible, because my last video did get quite a bit of views, to where more people are going to watch that one, where this is another option. I did put in the comments, but not everyone sees that. So yeah, let me jump cut now. Okay, so here we go. Starting off now. This is the style you always want to do. So always start with Genocide Kata because you don't want to lower the defense first because then Genocide Kata is going to do way more damage. And the first turn, since the left guy isn't taunting or lowering his defense, or increasing I should say, you're actually going to do more damage this turn. So you're going to make sure you don't use any pierce cards this turn because you're going to do more damage to the left guy. And the left guy's kind of your MVP here because he's keeping the shields alive. So you're able to do enough damage in the middle. Because once they're both dead, he goes invincible for 2 turns. Which is just an instant L. So here we did get a Lilia card. Which is good. Because now we can load his ult gauge in the next turn. Because he's actually going to get his ultimate. And you can see corrosion does a lot of damage. So you definitely keep applying those. So what I did here was just kind of get rid of all the cards. Got the Lilia merger. Going to use the Rugal card as well. And use this skill. If you want to keep the corrosion, because the corrosion actually does come in clutch. You'll see later on. If it is this one, I've done it so many times, I'm not sure which one it is. So boom, got pretty lucky here. Got the gold merger. Now, not gonna lie, I'm lucky enough to where I've done this run so many times and recorded so many runs to where I can actually look back on my footage and see how much damage my guys are actually gonna do, which actually helped out quite a bit because I do pause for a second and see if I have enough damage. So what I do this turn, since they're so weak, I use the latest card. And I kind of just merge some stuff, trying to build some ults up, because you want to build up the ults. And I apply the corrosion. The corrosion is actually very important here, because it's 1 extra ton of damage. Because normally, I get the boss super weak to where the left and right guy die, and he's like a 1 HP. Now, we actually got lucky as well that he didn't hit my Leah, because we got the actual Purify bonus. So watch, you can see here. Okay, so yeah, we got really lucky at the pen cards. Now, I kind of made a mistake, but it didn't bite me too much. Okay, so he does his damage. Alright, so this is what I did here. Now, I went back and looked at my damage. So I looked at how much HP he's got. Okay, so what I did was I checked his HP. So he's 57. I know for a fact none of my Lost Veins, oh sorry, my Medios can do enough damage. So it's like, alright, cool. What's the best chance here? I could merge to a gold card, which will be kind of a waste because I want to go into the next turn with some stuff. And what I did was I used Lilia's ult because I know Lilia does so little damage, it wouldn't actually kill the left guy. And then I used the gold card, or sorry, the silver card, and then moved Thomas twice to get his ultimate for next turn. Now, ideally, I actually should have used the silver card, or I guess the bronze card, because this was just kind of overkill. Now, I should say too, I did kill the right guy, which means we didn't get an extra 50 points there, because if you do kill them all in one shot, you do get 100 points. So now we're going into tier 2, a pretty good state. We do have Medios ult, we do have Harmers, which Harmers is the MVP here, because he's going to decrease their defense-related stats, which is more often the crit. Now, this is what I meant by bad on Dre. You can have a whole run to where you actually have the left guy have 2 or 4 cards, rather than the guy in the middle having 2. Now, at this point, I'm like, alright, cool, let me actually get the gold card here, and I actually used just 2 of these skills, because I want to save the pen cards for next turn. Maybe he gets my Rugal down to where he can heal back up. Now, I don't know if this is a good thing, but we didn't crit here. I did bring Merlin, obviously, for the association for the actual combined attack, and as well for the crit chance. Now, if we killed, that's 2 less skills he would have damage, but then also the middle guy would have done more damage. So it's a bit of bad RNG, bit of good injury. I'm not sure how I take of it, because he did do like what 10k damage to all my units, quite a bit there. So now at this point, I'm like, alright, cool. I'm actually gonna kill him here. So I load the defense. Could bear in mind I lowered defense related stats, so it actually is a good thing there. Then I was like, alright, cool. So Miles uses this skill, and then because I want to get enough pierce cards to where next time we can kind of go ham. And I was like, alright, cool. Let me just use the Rugal. Why not? So once again, plant corrosion. Corrosion's gonna do a lot of damage next turn. Lilia did a lot of damage, but not enough to where we have to worry about the left and right guy. So now at this point, like, okay, look how the left guy, he's with the right guy, he's super weak. So I'm like, alright, cool. If he doesn't kill my Hamas here, we win. And lo and behold, we got super lucky. He didn't get an extra card there. Now, this is the point where I'm like, alright, cool. I need to go back again and look at what's the best option here. Because I can't kill the right guy. The right guy, if he dies, they're going to go invincible. So I'm like checking his HP. I'm like, okay, he's got 130k HP. Can I actually kill him? Or would I kill him with 1 skill? Okay, so I went back and looked at how much damage my Rugal did do. Just like, alright, cool. I think this should be enough. We loaded his defense, but I'm going to load it again because I wasn't sure before if it was a tier 2. But I think it was a tier 2. But at that point, I didn't know it was a tier 2 or not. I was like, alright, cool. Let me do 1 D-Medi, 1 Lilia, because actually Lilia does more damage to the actual main guy because he's a red, where he does almost no damage towards the green or the blue. See, at this point, if I used a root card, it actually would have killed. And you can see it did more damage towards the actual main boss. And then boom, a gold card, Hellblaze. Finally managed to complete it without actually Harmer's dying, because he's the main one who kept dying. I think you could do this run with Blue King, but Blue King does have to be 6-6. Now you can see 2.3k, which to be fair, if I actually bring my Lost Vein, would be a bit easier, but considering most people may not have Lost Vein built up or have you know, Goddess Elizabeth, because he's Goddess Elizabeth and Meliodas is like the, I guess Lost Vein is the ones you want to use here. But here's another option you can do to pull off 2.3k with Pen Team, get all the rewards, which once again you don't need to do that at the start, because you can just do the hard and normal and get all the stuff. But once again, I did say that it is possible, and a lot of people were kind of complaining in the last video I did that I had so much CC, it was kind of almost impossible with the, because I had kind of a whale account. So here you go, there's the other option. This is almost, this is hard, man. It's, you're not going to do it without having enough CC, without having the stats, without having the unit 6-6. It's quite difficult, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you guys for watching. Peace.